7th, rise and shine. We just arrived at the Mumbai Central Station and we're taking this lovely taxi driver's car to the hotel area in Colaba. And he promised us 90 rupees. Is it 90 rupees? 90 rupees. How cool is that? Guys, inside we're asking for 250 because I'm a foreigner. Mumbai, a massive city that ought to be, but isn't, India's capital, is possibly the most livable in all of South Asia. The first thing one notices is the huge amount of green space. Countless parks and grassy fields cover the city, and what is not a park has plenty of trees around it anyway. The entire Mumbai metropolitan area is home to 21 million people, but the city is more pleasant than New Delhi by orders of magnitude. Another stunning thing about the city is the colonial architecture, which makes Mumbai look as if someone raided London, Paris and Prague, ripped out half the buildings and moved them to India. Blending Gothic, Victorian, Art Deco, Indo-Saracenic and contemporary architectural styles, the city is an orgiastic feast for the eyes and a spectacular target for the camera. In the 17th century, Mumbai became the headquarters of the British East India Company, and since then has been rapidly expanding in size as well as economic importance. Today, Mumbai is India's dream city, with countless migrants arriving here every day in hopes of making a new and better life for themselves. Home to one of the largest universities in the world, Mumbai is the educational capital of India. A trip to any bookstore here will reveal the unbridled optimism about the future. While there's plenty of opportunity and growth, this new wealth isn't well distributed, and so Mumbai still finds itself tackling plenty of South Asia's problems. Of course, not being part of the upper crust ourselves, we did not get a share of the new posh life, and instead of taking a room at the Hyatt or the Sheraton, we ended up at a much more down-to-earth lodge. After 2 hours of searching, we finally checked into the Salvation Army near the Taj Mahal Hotel, not too far from the Gate of India. And the place is just a really cool example of how diverse accommodation can be in India. We're paying 600 rupees for a shithole, and last week we paid 600 rupees for what would be a 3-star hotel in Canada. This serves as a reminder that despite what the glossy books and magazines may say about Mumbai and its future, this city is still India and offers its share of problems for the visitors and residents alike. It also offers some of the most unusual, funniest and unexpected signage you will see in Asia. spectacular and highly functional piece of architecture that is a must-see is the Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus, formerly known as the Victoria Terminus, as it was opened on the date of Queen Victoria's Golden Jubilee in 1887. Imposing, exuberant and overflowing with people, this is the city's most extravagant Gothic building. Added to the UNESCO World Heritage List in 2004, this is one of the busiest train stations in Asia. The Mumbai Suburban Railway carries more than 7 million commuters on a daily basis and constitutes nearly half of the total daily passenger capacity of the Indian Railways itself. It has one of the highest passenger densities of any urban railway system in the world. It is the principal mode of mass transport in Mumbai and an awesome way to explore the city. Away from the city centre, one can find new developments, which, like mushrooms growing on manure, sprouted up out of the shanties. This is where the young Indian middle class comes to play Western style with their iPhones and Nikes. Here you can see clearly that this city has heaps of cash lying around and the haves are itching to spend it. But all the posh malls, movie theatres and restaurants are only a Molotov cocktail's throw away from some of the poorest neighbourhoods in the country. Approximately 60% of Mumbai's residents live in slums, and while the neighbourhood you are looking at right now is not at all a slum, it definitely is home of Mumbai's have-nots. This is one of the countless Dobby neighbourhoods, where thousands of men eke out a living by washing laundry 18 hours a day. Known as Dobby-wallas, these laundrymen are a hard-working army that serves to remind us that we have it pretty easy, gallivanting around the world with our cameras and credit cards. But there's another lesson here. Take a walk through the tiny streets and you'll see that life seems just as colourful and happy, with or without the iPhone.
Tá dormindo no sofá, enquanto eu tô no baile, preparado pra zoar. Tô pegando uma mulher que pensa que é minha mina, só pego naquela noite pra fortalecer no dia.